Night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah, if you're of my generation, or maybe it's just my brother and me, who knows? But Pee Wee's Big Adventure, like somebody stole his bike. He ended up in front of the Alamo, and he called for help with a friend. I think she was in California. And to prove that he was in Texas, he said that it's like stars at night are big and bright. And then like the general population, whoever's visiting the Alamo that day, did the rest of the song. So why am I doing that? Well, apparently by accident, the presentation I'm about to show you is Texas heavy today with the news. So sorry if you're watching this, you're not in Texas, you'll still get something out of it, but it's Texas heavy. So here's the good news, guys. Rates, we're now back below 7. That's good. Let's look at where we are here. See this, how we've been, trumming along for about 2 weeks, and now we've had a good movement. Remember, green is good, up is good. That means lower rates. We are now, you can see, today we're pushing that black 50-day moving average. So I don't know that we're going to get above it. Tomorrow's job reports, it's once a month, and that's going to be a big number. If it's a lousy number, maybe we get above it. If we don't, I have a feeling maybe be sitting here kind of in the same range, still staying in the high 6s, low 7s here for the weeks to come. We shall see. Time will tell. So Texas, guys, I thought this was interesting. Texas, 3 biggest housing markets. We built 300% more homes in California. It's 3 times. I thought that was really impressive. So cool graphs. I'll let you pause. I don't want to sit here and just beat everybody else up, but you can see the counties, the 5 fastest growing counties. This is a 22 year, so 2022. Look at those percentage changes. So for those that aren't familiar with this, basically it's Dallas, Austin, and Houston. So these are the three big ones where these counties are. Americans now pay as much interest on other debts as they do mortgages. So think about that. Their mortgage is now not the biggest debt obligation. It's equal to all their other debts. And you can see the graph on the left, the black is the non-mortgage debt. You can see what it's done since 1978, but really here in the last couple of years since COVID, check that out, just where it is as far as non-mortgage debt, meaning credit cards, car loans, student loans. With rates doing what they've done for the cost of borrowing, you can see that's now equal to or close to their mortgage payments, which is nuts. The one on the right, you can see the percentage of interest rates people are paying. So the mortgage rates are averaging somewhere around that 3 point whatever it is. So you can see that versus the credit card is 20 something percent. So it makes sense that debt's more expensive when credit card debt's at an all-time high. So I just thought that was really interesting. Share it, don't share it. If you do know somebody, because a shameless plug, guys, if you know somebody who's got a lot of credit card debt, equity is an all-time high for housing. So people have a ton of equity. So refinances that are happening, nobody loves the rates being in the high 6s, but the reality is it is far, far more effective to get rid of that 20 something percent debt that's just going to sit there and compound over and over and over and refinance, get restructured. Home prices, these are forecasts. So you guys use this to your advantage. If you're a builder, realtor watching this, let your clients know, hey, home prices are still expected to rise. On average, they're expected to go up 3.27. That's the yellow part down below. So on average, depends on which one of these flavors you want to pick. It's anywhere from 2% up to 5%. So guys, housing still going to go up. So it is a good time to buy. Do not wait, because when rates come down, it's just going to get more and more expensive, and housing's become more and more expensive. So even as it is, they're expecting it to go up. Home listings have actually, good for us, they've actually gone up, and we've seen for the first time in 9 months, inventory improve. You guys can see all these little lines. 2023 is the last year. You can see that orange one that's at the bottom. 2024, this year, is like at the incompleted, because we're obviously in March. You guys can see it's at least better than 2022, or pardon me, 2023. That's good. So we need inventory to come up. It's been at 12, call it 13% change year over year, but at least we're getting some inventory. Hopefully here we need it. You guys know inventory is a problem. This is the same chart, or at least same stats. It's just now they show you where it is. God bless Texas, right there in that Austin area. You can see the number of listings. This is $200,000 to $350,000 homes. I didn't know Austin had homes that inexpensive, but good for them. But the reality is you can see where just this inventory is. Blue is bad. Orange is good. So the south and southeast is crushing it. Good for them, good for us. Sorry, California. The dudes that predicted the big housing crash of 08, they're out talking real estate again, and they're saying the 3 best places to invest: Texas, Florida, Tennessee. Again, God bless Texas and the South and Southeast. Sorry, everybody else. Here's my PSA for the day, the Texas homestead exemption. Because, guys, Texas is so great. Yes, we are. There are so many Californians moving in here. Yes, I'll pick on you Californians out there. But we had so many folks come in and we've done so well. Property values have gone up so much. You guys may remember we talked about this a few months back whenever it was happening. But there was an $18 billion property tax relief because we have a surplus of money in the state for that. And so they've increased the homestead exemption. But here's what I just learned today. So it's about an average $2,500 in tax savings, by the way. Here's what I just learned today. Apparently, the state of Texas is going to send out letters to notify the homeowners. So I own a home. So when they send that out to me, apparently action is going to be required to, I don't know the verbiage or wording, but it's going to say something to the effect of I have to accept and agree to the increase. There's no reason not to. But if I don't, I'm not going to get the value and the benefit. And these letters, I'm told, it's coming from a title company. I'm told these letters can be mailed next month. They can be mailed 2 years from now. I don't understand how that works, but it is government, so I believe it. So guys, if you're in Texas, be looking for something about your property tax bills and read them carefully. Obviously, reach out to us or anybody you know, trusted professional in the real estate industry. Figure out what that is. That is huge. We'll be keeping the slide, showing it over and over and over. That is massive. All right, let's have some fun, peeps. So Jason Kelsey, I'm told my wife's, I don't know, I'd say a big fan, but she's a big sports fan, but not because of Taylor. But apparently these guys got podcasts. She likes them. So I just thought his retirement speech apparently was done very, very well. I liked it. And the 5 anecdotes are over there about how you can be a better speaker just based on this big guy with a big soft heart, apparently, and how he did it right? Relatable. He was humble. He was thanking people. He did all the great things. So on the left is what you should do when you retire, or just in life. So here's a thumbs down piece. Apparently Vice Media, I don't know them. I just saw this and they got a good chuckle out of it. They were doing it abruptly in a meeting they were having on Zoom or whatever it was, Teams, I don't know, for staff layoffs because the number of thumbs down. The person apparently panicked and just closed the meeting. So I thought, man, that's terrible. This one's just freaky. There's a bird that's apparently 5 feet tall. It's a shoebill and it eats alligators. So I went online, I looked it up. It's a scary looking dude. There you go. All right, chasing excellence, guys. This is some of our mantras. This is a collection, and I'm sure we'll put a link in here somewhere. This one just resonated with me today. I saw this and I put it on there and ranked it number 1. And there's about, I don't know, 20 different things on there, but embrace simplicity, basically, over brilliance. Meaning a simple plan that actually gets done is better than some big fancy plan that you're not going to do. Actually just hung up with 2 good folks, realtors that we're kind of talking with and helping them make sure we're all doing the same thing, accountability group, if you want to call it. And it's easy to say yes to do a lot of things, but if you just focus and, the goal is to pick 3 things total and work on those and that's it and say no to everything else. If you do those 3 things really, really well, it's probably better than doing 10 things, half-hearted. Lastly, the meme of the week, you change jobs the week before your loan closed. Guys, that's not me making stuff up. That's real. It happens. Please don't. As always, guys, we love if you liked us. If you don't like us, then follow us and give us a bad comment. No, I'm kidding. Do follow us. Just don't give us a bad comment. And as always, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for following us. As always, Pee Wee Herman, you're my idol. Not really. But the reality is it was a childhood movie that was fun. So God bless Texas and the United States of America. Bye, everybody.